Hello, children. Hello, Dr. Duncan. How are we doing? We are doing fine. Well, it's a dark and rainy morning this morning in Galveston, Texas, so I thought it was time to do something that would just be a little more uplifting and a little more fun. So I am wearing mi traje de charro, my cowboy outfit, which I got when I was in Guadalajara. My great-grandfather was, in his youth, a vaquero, a cowboy. And he tried, later on, to be a bullfighter. Did not work out well for him. He got hurt pretty bad. He decided that was not a good life, and so he ended up working for the railroad and eventually moved to the United States and continued working for the railroad there. But the traje de charro is an important part of Mexican culture, particularly from the state of Jalisco. And if you go to Jalisco, if you go to Guadalajara, you'll see the sign that says, Jalisco es México. Jalisco is Mexico. And there's a lot of truth to that. There's a university, has been a university, in Guadalajara for over 500 years. Think about that for a minute. They have had a school of music in Guadalajara for over 5 centuries. That's pretty cool. That's actually longer than Mexico City. And Mexico City, if you've been there, which is a wonderful city also, is much more French in some respects because of the French influence under Napoleon III. That's a whole other story. But what we tend to think of as Mexican and Mexican culture, the heartbeat of that is in Jalisco. And Guadalajara is the great city of Jalisco. Now, the traje de charro was originally the cowboy's outfit to wear working. But of course today you see this one, this is way too nice to be used in working. And of course you'd needed a big sombrero, a big hat that would protect you from the elements. And in Guadalajara, where it could be hot, many times the hat would be made out of straw. And you think about that and you think about the cheap hats that you've seen and whatnot, and you really aren't expecting something that looks quite like this. This is one of the beautiful examples of a straw hat from Jalisco in that style that's Guadalajara. Now, it provides a tremendous amount of shade. It's like carrying a tent with you almost. It's a little heavy though, so I don't wear mine outside very often, and a lot of times when I go to sing I don't wear it because it shades my face so much people can't see me here. But it makes a great, great thing to say, Mexico. And of course, with a sombrero like this, with a beautiful hat like this, what are we going to talk about today? The Mexican hat dance. Like I told you, today we're talking about the Mexican hat dance. It's also known in Spanish as Jarabe Tapatio. Jarabe is a style of dance, and Tapatio tells you it comes from a particular place, and Tapatio is another word that's used for Guadalajara in Jalisco. And much of the music and dance which we think of as Mexican is specific to Guadalajara. Guadalajara has been the center of Mexican culture for many, many years, so that's not an unexpected thing. Well, today, very often, the dancers wear garb that is representative of Mexican women and men. For women, the most traditional outfit, the china poblana, it's a blouse and skirt combination named after a woman from India who came to Mexico on the Manila Galleon to work as a servant in the 19th century. And people thought that her clothes were just marvelous, and so they copied them, and then they made them their own, and now you find them beautifully embroidered and decorated in Mexico. And men, like myself, dressed as a charro, dressed as a horseman, as a caballero. And it's pretty nice. It's pretty cool stuff. So today, with all of the things that you see and mariachi bands playing it, you'll find that the Mexican hat dance is one of the most common dances that we do in the United States that is representative of Mexico. So I hope you enjoy the music to the Mexican hat dance.